Welcome back to KP's Kingdom, Cooking with KP, and today I'm going to show you how to make the most beautiful beer battered fish. Alright, let's get on with it. Here I've got some fish that one of my family sent down from Queensland on the plane, and we're not sure what it is. We think it might be coral trout. Anyway, so what they did, they cryovac it after they filleted it, put it straight in the freezer, and it's perfectly safe. I've let it defrost, and what I'm basically doing, I'm just going through inspecting the fish and seeing what I'm dealing with. I'm also looking to see where pin bones might be, and this particular fish, it is very similar to a flathead, so perfect. So to fillet this, skin this, we're going to run the knife backwards at a 45-degree angle, and we're going to lay our filleting knife flat on the board, straight on top of that skin, and all we basically need to do is wiggle that skin backwards and forwards while putting a little bit of pressure forwards on the knife, and we have one beautiful skinless piece of fish. Alright, so I'm looking for where the pin bones are, and they're just on the very tip, so I'm just cutting either side of that and cutting at the end, double checking there's no other bones in the fish at all. I'm very happy with that. Just double checking. Right, I'm skipping forward a couple of pieces of fish, and this is one of the larger fillets. Pin bones went down a little bit further. So as you can see, beautiful, skinless, nice flaky flesh. Double checking everything as I go. Nothing worse than having a fish bone in your mouth or caught in your throat. This fillet's a little large, so I'm going to cut it on a diagonal and make two pieces out of that. Alright, let's get on making our batter. Very simple. We've got about a cup of rice flour or corn flour, your choice, and we've got a cup of just self-raising flour. That's it. That's the basics. Just going to mix those two together a little bit. And now we want our magic ingredient. Now I'm using a different beer today compared to what I normally use. I'm using an old Pilsner, which I used to use a lot, and I've sort of gone off it. And it did actually make my batter a little bit heavy for this recipe. I would normally use Asahi, which is a Japanese beer. So you keep mixing that through, and what we're looking for is basically a good thick pancake batter. So just keep whisking that through, but we're not finished yet. There is one secret ingredient that makes a really good batter, and that is around about a quarter cup of oil. You can use any oil you like. I use plain vegetable oil, and that's going to give our batter a nice crunchiness, a fluffiness, and also a nice sheen. So I'm setting up my frying station here. I've got my batter on the left hand side, fryer in the centre. I've got a tray with some paper towel on it on the right. So all we do is we just drag that fish through the batter, and we're going to run our fingers down and knock off a whole heap of that excess batter. We only want a very thin layer. We want to eat and taste the fish. We don't want to eat a lot of batter. And all we do is just lightly, carefully layer that into the oil. You've noticed I'm not using a basket, and basically that's giving me a little bit more depth in the oil now without the basket, and the batter won't stick to the wire basket. So there's a really good kitchen tip for you. Wipe the batter off after you've dredged it through. I'll get that word out eventually. And we just dance that across the oil, nice and slowly. Be careful with your fingers, because deep fried fingers taste terrible, and it hurts. And I have done it plenty of times, believe me. Alright, so I've already done a batch and handed it off to some of the others. Just double checking the batter there. I'm just going to sit those aside for a little bit just to drain off, get rid of any excess oil. Don't put them in the oven, leave them out, they'll still be hot. This batter you can also use for other types of foods, such as here I've got one of those seafood sticks, also known as a crab stick. It's an imitation crab, which is something I like. It's one of those things that I used to get as a kid and I just love it. Time to play it up. Got some nice beautiful wedges there. And I'll put a couple pieces of fish and a crab stick for me, of course. So I want you to try and make this one at home. Very quick, very simple. If you've got really good fresh fish, fantastic. If you're not sure about doing the skinning and the boning, get your fishmonger to do it. You'll only be too happy. Thank you so much for watching this video. Share it with your friends. If you liked it, hit that like button. It gives me confidence. Don't forget, hit that notification bell. And more importantly, so you never miss another one of my videos again, subscribe. And I will catch you next time. Bye!